Hey y'all, what's good? What's poppin'? What's happening? How y'all doing? If you're new, my name is Joy. If you're returning, you already know what it is. Thank you for rocking with your girl. Okay, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And recently, it's been brought to my attention that I don't be standing on business. Not even a little bit. So, I'm somebody that don't be standing on business, who is learning and starting to stand on business. This is what I'm doing, okay? This is what you could be doing too. I'm also still learning. I'm still, learning as I go. But since it's been brought to my attention recently, within like the past week, I was like, let me just take some notes. Let me just, figure this out. So I am aware that I do need to go to therapy. I will be doing that at some point, but not at this very moment. So I just wrote down some notes. The first one is going to be trusting yourself in your decisions. I think that a lot of people have a lack of just trust, or they're just not really sure what they want. And a lot of people like go back and forth on their decisions. It's okay to change your mind. However, when you are making a decision for yourself, you need to trust that the decision that you are making is good for you, is the right decision. And there's not really a right and wrong. Sometimes it's more so you have to pick something and stick with it. So trust yourself, trust your decision-making skills. And when your gut, when your intuition is telling you, yeah, that's probably not it, let's not do that, whatever the case may be, you need to trust that. Don't talk to this person. Don't go over there. Don't go out tonight. You need to trust yourself. When you're making a decision about school, a job, same goes for that. You know what's best for you. You know what's going to lead you and take you in the direction that you want to go in. Don't go in the complete opposite, or go back to something isn't beneficial to you. Which brings up the next point. Don't double back. Don't be doubling back. You know good damn and well you're not supposed to be with them. Them friends, them people that you was kicking it with is not going to take you to where you need to go, not going to take you where you need to be. Don't go back doing stuff you shouldn't be doing, you're not supposed to be doing. Don't double back. Okay? You know better. Let's do better, babes. And committed and disciplined. You need to be committed to the decision that you're making for yourself. You need to be committed to not just the result, but the process, the full journey. And a lot of times, like, people don't want to go to school, or they don't want to do something because of how long it's going to take. The time is going to pass anyway. The time is going to pass anyway, so you might as well just do it. And discipline, like, you need to have discipline and consistency in your life. The older that I get in my 20s, I realize how having a routine and being consistent in certain areas of your life is really important. You need to have some type of structure so you don't allow confusion, or I can't think of the word I'm looking for. So you just don't allow like being stagnant. You don't allow room for just shit to happen, for lack of better words, for what people say. So in terms of eating and fitness, you need to be committed to your fitness journey. You need to be committed to the process and disciplined enough to go every single day, or the days that you said you were gonna go. And I implemented a rule for me in terms of my fitness journey, that on the days I don't want to go, I'm just gonna go for 30 minutes. And if I don't want to be there after 30 minutes, I'm out. And if I do want to be there, okay, cool, great. I'm gonna keep going with my routine with school and homework. As much as I hate homework, you have to do it in terms of going to school, in terms of getting a degree, a certification, whatever it is that you're in school for. You have to be committed and disciplined to the process. You have to do the homework, because you're not going to get the degree. You're not going to pass the class and you didn't do the homework. It's not happening, babes. And like I was just talking about, you need to have a morning and night routine. You need to have some type of structure in your life. And my mom always says, tell your money where to go so you don't wonder where it went. If you have structure in your life, if you have routine in your life, if you know what's going on, what your day-to-day is going to look like, you can't allow for distraction. That was the word I was looking for earlier. There are going to be limited distractions in your life because you are on a routine. No, I can't kick with you because I got to go to the gym. No, I can't hang out because I can't go out to eat because I got to do my homework. Whatever it is that you have going on in your life, do what works for you. Do what's best for you. Just make sure that you're committed, you're consistent, and you're disciplined. And I think that's what discipline means, is to be committed and consistent at something. And you have to keep showing up. You have to keep showing up. Sorry, the cat's down here. And don't make excuses. I think oftentimes, like, we make excuses, or we're like, oh, well, it's okay just this one time, or, you know, oh, it's not gonna hurt, and it will hurt. It's not gonna push back any progress, but it's gonna delay, you know, the results that you want. It's going to delay the journey that you're on. It's gonna delay all your hard work that you've already put in. So it's like, let's stay focused. Let's stay grounded. Let's make sure we're doing what we're supposed to do. And my mom I always used to like want to hang out with my friends when I was there. I want to hang out. I want to go kick it. And she was just like, you need to handle your business before you go kick it. You can always kick it. Kicking it is not going nowhere. Okay? You can always kick it. So make sure that you handled your business, that you stood on business when it came to you before you go out and have fun. Because the fun is going to be there. Fun is not going nowhere. Outside is not going nowhere. Outside always going to be there. There's plenty of time to go outside and have fun and have a blast. And you just have to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do. And my mom always says, people don't do what they should do, and people don't do what they're supposed to do. So as long as you're doing what you should do and what you're supposed to do, things are going to work out. It's going to work out however you want it to work out. And lastly, you need to have standards and boundaries. You need to have standards for yourself. You need to have standards for the friendships and romantic partners you have in your life. And you need to have boundaries so that if a boundary is crossed, you implement a consequence for the boundary being crossed. Boundaries are just suggestions if there is no consequence. And when I learned that, I was like, oh my gosh. I've been thinking I'm setting a boundary and allowing, you know, somebody or something to whatever in my life because there's no consequence. I didn't have any consequences for these people crossing my boundaries and me vocalizing that it was crossed. So in terms of me, I have prerequisites and I have standards. My prerequisites are very vague, I guess you would say. Like my prerequisites, I like human decency. I want somebody that, you know, is respectful and have manners. In terms of prerequisites, I want somebody that is family oriented and people skills and different things of that sort. And that's just based off of my life and how I was raised and how I grew up. And then my standards are going to be a bit different. My standards, I want somebody that has everything I have and more. And that's the standard. And I have to be firm on the standard because there's people that have the standard and don't have the prerequisites. And there's people that have the prerequisites and don't have the standards. But I cannot allow for a distraction or to give people a leeway in my life. And this is what I am doing for myself. These are my standards for me in my life. So yeah, and I've been working on my boundaries. Word of the month, I believe for March was boundaries. So I have been implementing my boundaries and making sure that there's a consequence for the boundary if it is crossed. And everybody's boundaries are going to be different. Different things work for you that may not work for me, and vice versa. So definitely just take some time, figure out what works for you. Make sure you're trusting yourself and your decision making skills. Don't double back. Be committed, consistent, and disciplined, okay? And then don't make excuses. Don't make excuses for yourself, and don't make excuses for other people at all. At all. Under any reason or circumstance, okay? And then set standards, have some standards, and set boundaries for your life, and it's gonna benefit you, okay? So with love, I say all this with love to help anyone else out, because sometimes I need to hear it. And when they was telling me I wasn't standing no business, I was like, you're lying. You're not. Why would you say that? So that is it for today's video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoy. As always, you're beautiful just as you are. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.